Hello students, today we will study energy stored in a capacitor. How to energy stored in a capacitor, that we understand first, and we derive an expression for energy stored in a capacitor and energy density of a capacitor. Let us understand first how to store energy in a capacitor. Consider a capacitor having capacitance C. Initially it has no charges on each plate. Now we transfer the charges from one plate to another plate. Initially, one charge can transfer from this plate to this plate in the form of dq. Means this plate supplies charges dq amount to this plate bit by bit. The first charge will transfer on the plate easily, and similarly negative charge induces on this plate. And further, at any intermediate stage we considered, then what happens? There is impossible to remove the charge from this plate as easy, and to transfer that charge on this plate also, because here is the negative charge, we are removing positive charge. There will be attraction between the negative charge and positive charge, and that positive charge cannot be transferred to this plate as easy. We have to do, to transfer this positive charge on this plate, we have to do the work. Next, as the dq charge comes here, then there is a repulsion between this positive charge and dq as also positive charge, because there is a field around this charge, and this field opposes this positive charge to store or transfer to this plate. In this way, to transfer the dq charge on this plate, we have to do external work. Then it is possible to transfer the charge on this plate. In this way, we can transfer number of positive charges from this plate to this plate. The external work is done from 0 to maximum amount of the charge, that is from plus q. And at the intermediate stage, the potential is developed as a V, small v, and from this we can understand that to transfer a charge from one plate to another plate, there is an external work done. That external work done is nothing but the electrostatic potential developed in between the two plates, and that is used as a energy stored in a capacitor. Let us now derive the expression for the energy stored in a capacitor. Initially, by definition we take the capacitance of a capacitor, that is C equal to Q by V. From this, V equal to Q divided by C. This is equation 1. And as we know, there is a potential difference between these two plates. Suppose this plate is A, this plate is B. A dq charge is transferring from plate A to B. The potential difference developed due to the charge found at plate A, that is VA, and potential difference developed at plate B, that is VB. And the total potential difference is nothing but that is V as developed. Therefore, we can write the potential difference between these two plates is VB minus VA is equal to a work done from point A to B divided by transferring a charge dq or q. Now, we may write the potential difference is V, work done is small work done dw divided by the charge dq, transferring charge dq. From this equation, the small work done dw is equal to, we may write V dq. From equation 1, we can write V dq, where the V value is q divided by C dq. dw is equal to q divided by C dq. This is equation 2. This is the intermediate stage. Now we are continuously transferring the charges from this plate to this plate. Consider this is a negative plate and this is a positive plate, and the charges are transferring 0 to plus q. That's why we have to integrate to get maximum amount of charges on the plate B. That is integrating on both sides. Integrating on both sides. Yes, you take an integration, dw is equal to integration under limit of 0 to q by c dq. Now integrate. dw is equal to w. Here in C is the capacitance of a capacitor, which is constant term. We taken outside of the integration, 0 to q dq. Now find out the integration of q dq. As we know the integration, x dx is equal to x to the power of n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. Similar way, q dq is equal to q to the power of, here 1 is the power, that is 1 plus 1 divided by 1 plus 1. This gives a q divided by 2. Therefore, I may write this integration as q square divided by 2 under limit of 0 to q. Apply the limit wherever q square by 2, and second limit 0 divided by 2 is equal to 0. Therefore, the total value which we get q square by 2C. That W equal to 2C. Equation 3. This is the work done and which is stored in the form of energy in between the plates of a capacitor. That is, work done is equal to potential energy, electrostatic potential energy is equal to U. Therefore, we may write U equal to Q square divided by 2C, writing the Q value from equation 1. Q is equal to V square C square divided by 2C. C cancels, we get half CV square, which is a general equation for energy stored in a capacitor. This is equation 4. And we get the another equation for energy. U is equal to, you put the value of C here from equation 1 once again. U is equal to half Q by V into V square, V cancels, U is equal to half Q V. This is a third equation for energy stored in a capacitor. Energy density. Energy stored per unit volume of space between the plates of the capacitor is called energy density. Energy stored per unit volume of space between the plates of the capacitor is called energy density. The expression for this we can find out by using energy stored in a capacitor relation. U is equal to half CV square. Here C is equal to capacitance of a capacitor, that is epsilon naught A divided by D. E is equal to V by D, and this gives V equal to ED. Putting C value and E value in the above equation, half C is equal to epsilon naught A divided by D, and V is equal to ED square. Therefore, this becomes half epsilon naught A E square D square, half epsilon naught A E square D square divided by D. DD cancels. Therefore, U is equal to half epsilon naught E square AD, where AD is the volume of a capacitor, the space between the capacitor. Therefore, we may write per unit volume E divided by AD is equal to half epsilon naught E square. The per unit volume, unit value ED is equal to 1. Then we may write U is equal to half epsilon naught E square. This is the expression for energy stored and as well as energy density of the capacitor in the form of electric field. As energy stored in the capacitor depends upon the electric field. As the electric field increases, the energy density also increases.